The scene began with the view of a pharmacist shop door. An old lady was seen doing her makeup, and Shirai walked to the door while bleeding. Shirai called out that he was asking if the shop had any sabio, and repeated that he was asking for sabio. The old lady responded with surprise, repeating, "Sabio, HM?" Shirai confirmed this while huffing. The lady informed Shirai that the band-aids were in a certain direction. They moved there, and Shirai picked the cheap ones while remarking that they were right there. The lady then grabbed the high-priced ones, and Shirai responded that he did not want those ones. The woman stated that those were top quality and asked if Shirai had moved from Hokkaido. Shirai said he wanted the cheaper ones. The lady explained that sabio was what people in Hokkaido called band-aids. Shirai reacted with shock, asking if that was true. The lady handed the expensive ones to Shirai with a small hum, and Shirai gave her the money while stating that he understood. She handed the item over and thanked him for his business. Shirai reacted with confusion and thought that she had made him buy the expensive ones. The scene then shifted to a school building, showing class 2-1. A boy asked Shirai if he had bought those items at that one pharmacy. Another boy commented that they were pricey. Shirai said he had been in a hurry. The first boy asked what exactly Shirai had pulled that day. Shirai insisted that he had not pulled anything and explained that after helping an old man carry his luggage at the station, he had given directions to some tourists, and then a purse snatcher had appeared, so he caught the thief and fell down. The boy reacted in disgust, asking how Shirai did not get tired doing this every day. Shirai declared that those were honorable wounds and clenched his fist while stating that he had a big dream of becoming a police officer just like his dad. The boy responded that he had heard that speech many times and then questioned Shirai, saying he heard that cops were not exactly popular with women. Shirai declared that it was totally fine with him and that he had already considered that. The scene shifted again, showing Shirai throwing trash. Shirai thought about whether police officers were not popular with women and questioned if that could be true. He helped a female classmate and continued working while thinking that he really wanted a girlfriend, ideally wanting to get married right away. Shirai thought that he wanted to be just like his dad. A burning building appeared, and people were yelling about the rescue team and calling out for help. Someone urged a woman to hang on and warned that the building would explode. A policeman ran inside, carried the woman out before the explosion, and gave a thumbs up with a smile, telling her to use the sabio. Shirai thought that he wanted to have a destined encounter just like his mom and dad, and desired eternal love. Suddenly, someone screamed, "Kyaaa, not my face." Shirai thought that it was a woman's scream and leaped from the window, asking if the person was okay. Otaru hit Shirai with her bag out of shock. Shirai's nose bled, and Otaru reacted to a person falling from the sky, apologized, and asked if Shirai was okay. Shirai said he was the one who should apologize. Otaru explained that a huge bug, about that big, had flown at her. Shirai thought that he understood, since bugs could really make someone react that way. Otaru then handed Shirai one and told him that if he would like, he could use that sabio. She blushed and corrected herself, saying, "Band-aid." Shirai reacted with shock. Otaru then clarified that she was not from Hokkaido. She sat on a bench while Shirai sat on a stone. Otaru explained that she was born and raised in Tokyo, but her papa was from Hokkaido. She said she usually said band-aid properly, and that it had slipped out by accident. She then asked who Shirai was. Shirai introduced himself as Rento Shirai, a transfer student, while blushing. Otaru reacted thoughtfully. Shirai thought that this was destiny, and considered it a miracle that they had met through sabio in a big city, like Tokyo. Shirai thought that he really wanted to get to know her, and wondered what he should talk about. He asked himself what her name was. Otaru stated that she was not obligated to tell him, showing a scary expression. Shirai was frightened and mentally repeated her words. Otaru asked if he wanted to know why, then laughed and explained with another frightening expression that everyone at school completely hated her. Shirai was stunned and scared. Two girls were shown whispering about extortion and pointing out Otaru from class 3, calling her scary. Otaru saw them, looked sad, and told Shirai that now he understood. She walked away, saying that if he did not want to get involved, he should stay away from her. Shirai tried to reach out to her but noticed she was already gone. He thought that she was cool, so cool, and blushed. The scene shifted to the clock, showing 12. Otaru was sitting on the stairs reading a book. Shirai peeked through a door and greeted her. Otaru was shocked and blushed, recognizing Shirai from the previous day. Shirai confirmed his name and hers, Akari Otaru. Otaru appeared tense. Shirai told her that he wanted her to be friends with him and that he would like to go out with her in the future. They both blushed. Otaru reacted with surprise, questioning where that had come from. Shirai declared that it was destiny. Otaru reacted with disbelief and reminded him that she had said the previous day that everyone hated her. Shirai acknowledged that but told her that he did not hate her. She was shocked and blushed hard, shaking, and asked if he thought she would fall for him with words like that and told him not to underestimate her. Shirai reassured her and promised to protect her from bugs, showing bug spray. Otaru reacted with disbelief, asking if that was bug spray. Shirai said they should eat lunch together every day. Otaru refused, insisting he should not come and could not come. The scene shifted to the next day. Some snacks were shown, and Otaru was sitting while blushing. Shirai arrived, shocked. Otaru reacted with embarrassment, asking why he really had come. Shirai thought that she was in a really good mood and noticed that she had brought a picnic blanket and used her indoor shoes to hold it down. Shirai watched her eating and wondered why she had told him everyone hated her. Otaru then called out to Shirai. Shirai reacted eagerly. Otaru asked what had happened to his eye. Shirai explained that he had been looking for a lost cat and had got scratched. Otaru asked about his fingers. Shirai said they had gotten caught while he was helping someone fish their keys out of the drain. Otaru questioned if hanging out with her was also just charity work. Shirai insisted it was not. Shirai then showed his phone and explained that the man in the picture was his dad, and that he wanted to become an honorable police officer just like him. Otaru asked if he had come to Tokyo because his father's job had transferred him. Shirai said no and explained that his father had died the previous year. Otaru was shocked. Shirai said he thought his father was still frustrated up in heaven because he had devoted his life to helping people more than anyone. Shirai smiled and said that he was still totally unreliable but wanted to carry on his father's legacy. Shirai remembered his dad calling him Rento, saying he wanted him to be like his daddy and that he looked forward to seeing that someday. Shirai laughed softly. Otaru told Shirai that she did not think he was unreliable. Shirai reacted with surprise. Otaru said that if she was ever in trouble, she would tell him too, while blushing. Shirai asked if she really meant that and blushed. Otaru flusteredly said that it was not like that she did not have a choice, and that she did not have anybody else to rely on. Shirai thought that he was the one and only person in the world Otaru was relying on and trembled while blushing. Shirai asked if there was anything that was bothering her right then. Anything at all. Otaru said that right then there was not any more, while blushing. Shirai reacted joyfully. Otaru wondered what was with him. Otaru again wondered what was with Shirai after seeing him helping someone else. She wondered the same when he protected her from water. Then a bookshelf collapsed onto Shirai's back, and he covered Otaru with his body to protect her. He asked if Otaru was okay or hurt, and commented that it had been close, and that the bookshelf had just collapsed. Otaru thanked him while lying down and blushing, thinking again, what was with him? The scene shifted again. Shirai was shown staring at someone. The first boy stood with the second boy, and the first boy called Shirai a peeping Tom, and asks what Shirai was staring at and wondering if it could be Akari Otaru. Shirai stated with certainty that they were destined to be together and thought that Akari Otaru was kind and cute and that she supported his dreams. Shirai believed that this Sabio had created their love. The first boy then questioned whether this situation was really okay for Shirai. Shirai reacted with confusion. The first boy clarified that Akari Otaru was the daughter of a Yakuza boss. Shirai froze with a blank expression, and the first boy questioned whether police officers could marry Yakuza daughters. The second boy suggested looking it up and concluded that they could not. Shirai was stunned and thought that there was no way Otaru could be a Yakuza's daughter. The scene shifted to Otaru calling out to Shirai and asking if Shirai ever watched movies. Shirai reacted with surprise and said movies were obvious. Otaru explained that she had some tickets and was stuck, and if Shirai was free, she asked if Shirai would go with her. She said it was for a particular celebration, and Shirai looked at the ticket and thought the same. Otaru explained that when she told her papa that she had recently made a friend, he said she should invite Shirai out. Shirai reacted to the fact that the movie was recommended by her father. Otaru confirmed that her father said the movie was really moving. Shirai tried to calm himself down and told himself that this alone did not prove anything yet. Otaru added that her papa was a bit shy around new people and, while taking out her phone, said that when she had told her father about Shirai, her father said he really wanted Shirai to come over. She showed a picture. Shirai fell to the floor. Otaru called out to him. Shirai thought that this could not be true, and that Otaru really was a Yakuza's daughter. Shirai thought that he could not accept this because he had made a promise at the very end that he would follow the same path as his dad and had said, "Wait for me in heaven. I'll show you what I've become." Otaru then told Shirai that for this Saturday, if he was free, maybe they could go together. Shirai told her that he could not go. Otaru was shocked. Shirai apologized and added that he might never be able to go to her house. Otaru was stunned, and with a puff of frustration, she asked if he was being dramatic. Shirai reacted in confusion. Otaru complained that he was getting serious over a little movie and said she only invited him because she felt like it. She said she would just go see it with her mom. Shirai looked tense and noticed that Otaru was crying. Otaru stood up and walked away, saying that she was done eating and was leaving, calling Shirai an idiot. Shirai fell onto the ground face first and thought he was the worst. The scene shifted back to the pharmacist shop. Shirai entered while crying and asked if there was any medicine to stop tears. The old lady responded by telling Shirai to try the eye doctor. Shirai cried harder and said that he had hurt someone because of his own dreams, and that in order to save many people, he had made one girl cry. He repeated that he had made one girl cry and asked what he should do. The old lady told him to listen and claimed she had once been a famous actress. Shirai was stunned. The lady explained that back then she thought acting was everything and had thrown away her one true love into the trash. She said that in the end that trash had become a treasure box and that even now she dressed up and waited for him. She told Shirai that if he was going to give up anyway, he should try being greedy at least once. Shirai asked how he could be greedy. The lady said she did not know and handed something over as a consultation fee. Shirai ran off, and she commented honestly. A man appeared and remarked that Shirai was quite passionate for a modern young fellow. The old lady recognized him as Tozo. He said that the young boy was the spitting image of his old classmate Shirai. The old lady commented that he did not look like a pharmacist. Tozo said that he had promised his friend that he would patch him up whenever he got hurt, but they had both moved far away, and in the end he could not keep that promise. The old lady remained quiet. Tozo wondered whether the promise might come true in a different way as long as both people had not forgotten it. The scene shifted to the school building, where Shirai was running while thinking of Otaru's smile. Shirai thought that when he had first met Otaru, it felt like he had known her since before he was born. He thought it was a strange feeling, as if all the happy times and sad times and everything that had happened were just so he could meet her. The first boy spotted Shirai and called out to him. Shirai saw Otaru's back and shouted her name. Otaru turned, then turned back again and started walking away. Shirai shouted for her to wait and raised his hand. Shirai thought that of course she was mad, since he had hurt her so much that she cried. He remembered that he had promised to help her when she was in trouble but had only thought about himself. He understood why she did not want to talk to him. Shirai looked at Otaru and thought that still she was totally waiting for him. He noticed her peeking from behind a wall and thought again that she was totally waiting for him. Shirai looked at his own hand and thought that someone so kind did not deserve to be hurt. Shirai apologized to Otaru for what happened the previous day and said he had thought about it all night long and had found a way they could be together. Shirai admitted that his dream had been to become a police officer, but said that this was only the surface of his dream. Otaru was stunned. Shirai explained that what he really wanted was to be someone strong who protected others, like his dad. He said that for that, his profession did not matter. Shirai then declared that he would become a Yakuza. He announced that he would become a Yakuza and take down bad guy Yakuza. Otaru was shocked and confused, and the boys nearby watched in disbelief. Shirai continued and said he would join Otaru's family's organization and protect society's peace from within the underworld. Shirai told Otaru that he liked her. Otaru blushed and reacted with confusion. Shirai pledged that he would never give up on her and unwrapped a bandage, gently placing it around Otaru's ring finger. Shirai extended his arms and asked her to someday please be his Yakuza wife. Otaru was blushing and shocked while looking at her finger. Otaru told Shirai that she was sorry and said she could not become something like that because her papa was not a Yakuza, he was a pharmacist. Shirai reacted in shock and asked if that meant a Yakuza doctor, calling him Dr. Yakuza. Otaru reacted in disbelief and asked if that was why everyone had been avoiding her. She questioned if that was really the reason and said it was a misunderstanding, and that her papa worked at a pharmacy. Shirai was stunned. Otaru said that she could not become a Yakuza wife or anything like that, but she then wrapped a bandage around Shirai's ring finger. Shirai looked at it while blushing. Otaru told Shirai that when he got hurt, she would always patch him up. She showed a first aid kit and explained that she had been carrying those things around every day just for him. Shirai reacted with tears and asked if that meant she thought he would always be a klutz. Otaru turned away in embarrassment and insisted that was not what she meant. Otaru then turned around, grabbed Shirai's hand, and admitted that it meant she liked him too. The scene shifted to the school building, showing students wearing bandages on their ring fingers and several couples. Shirai and Otaru were shown reading a book together. The first boy was seen wrapping his hand with a bandage on his ring finger. The scene shifted again to the pharmacist's shop. Someone pointed at it and said that this was the place. Another person said it was the pharmacy they had heard about. Two girls appeared. The black-haired girl asked if the shop had any sabio. The blonde girl said that it was trendy to wear matching ones with someone you like. The old lady stated the price as 1,500 yen each. Both girls reacted that it was so expensive.
By the way, if you enjoyed the video, maybe consider liking and subscribing, pretty please?